Cars, bikes, whatever it is, get out and enjoy it. What's up, good people? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. As you can see from the title, I kind of want to address the recalls and warranty issues that a lot of guys and gals been having issues with on this model BMW. I've had my bike over a year, and as you guys can recall from my last couple videos where I did my review, my yearly review on this bike, I gave it a 4 out of 5. I would have loved to given it a 5 out of 5 because I love the platform. I love the fact that they tap into every element of riding. It makes power, it's comfortable, it's stylish, it hits everything. But one major issue, a couple major issues, the recalls and the warranty issues. Now, since this bike been out, there's been a bunch of recalls on all kinds of things, like the brakes. The brake system wasn't good. They replaced that. Now I'm hearing the new brake system that they replaced it with still has issues. It had idling issues, and well, look at that tire pressure. I need to put air in my tire. But anyways, don't worry about that warning. That's just my tire pressure. But anyways, it had idling issues and coil pack and head gaskets getting blown, and I mean all kind of stuff. I've heard all kinds of stories and seen all kind of stuff too. The wheels, the carbon wheels cracking. That happened to me. That was one of the issues I had. So I had to send my carbon wheel back. And this happened within a couple months of owning the bike. But I'm saying all of this to see how these how BMW really looks at these customers' issues and how they are resolving it. Now, if you're lucky, you know, you have a good technician or a good shop that you go to. You know, sometimes it takes some effort from the technician to, you know, relay the information to BMW in order for them to take care of the issues. Now, for the most part, the recall problems, they have been on top of it, and you know, some of the minor issues that should be covered under warranty, BMW have honored those things. But some of the major issues that I've seen, like a lot of these guys are having trouble with their motor. They got leaks coming from all kind of places, and they had to get their motor replaced a couple times. Like, come on now, BMW, y'all got to do better on that part, on the customer's part too, because we want to enjoy the platform, you know, for what you designed it for. But now I'm hearing, you know, a lot of guys are getting backlash and they're not really honoring those issues and repairing these motors and getting them, you know, getting them right. Like a lot of the guys that ride these bikes, they don't have the knowledge to diagnose the bike properly. So when they take it into, you know, get checked out, if it's not diagnosed right or the message is not relayed properly, they have a different issue there. Like their recall or their problem is not going to get resolved. So it kind of takes a effort on both the technician and BMW to take care of these customers. So I know a few guys that have blown motors now, and BMW telling them they are not honoring, you know, the motor getting blown just from, you know, their daily riding. And it's very unfortunate because you know, I like to think myself as an advocate of this brand. I've had several BMWs, and it is disappointing to hear that's happening to some of these guys that, you know, that want to be loyal to the brand. You know, in some cases, you know, if you're financing a bike, and the motor goes out, and they decide not to honor it, 9 times out of 10, on top of your financing, you're not going to be able to afford another motor. Even a used motor is like a couple grand, let alone a brand new motor, which is like 15, 16 grand. I think it's up there. I may be exaggerating a bit, but it's up there. But still, like, come on, BMW, y'all know what's going on with these bikes. You know, and if that's the, you know, if you're not, y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta do better with the customer service. And you know, it sucks because if somebody is financing their bike and their motor goes out, they need a new motor, can't afford a new motor, now you have a garage ornament that you're making payments on. So it sucks for a lot of these guys that's dealing with that problem and not really getting an answer or a solution for this problem. I don't wish that on anybody. I really don't. But y'all, BMW know the issues that are going on with these bikes. A lot of the hard stops on replacing these parts and resolving these issues come down to the testing that they do on these bikes. Now, if you guys don't know, if you ever have an issue with your motor, they actually test how many times you over rev the bike. So over revving is getting to the red line and actually staying in it far beyond what you need to. So I don't know if you guys can see this here. It has stripes red and then it goes solid red at the end. So if you get to the red line, you start getting into the stripes, and then you get all the way up to the solid red at the end, and you stay in it, then shift, they would consider that as an over rev. So be careful with that, you guys. Get your shift points right. Don't stay in that red line. But at the same time, I get that. You know, you shouldn't run it that hard. But at the same time, BMW, y'all gotta understand, these are sport bikes. If you design it for the track, street, whatever the case is, and you give it this much power, a lot of these guys are going to try to test those limits and see what the bike can do. And I don't understand how how that's difficult to understand, you know, how I can't even put it in words. I don't understand how it's difficult to comprehend. Like, to, you know, you build a sport bike and don't expect people to ride it like a sport bike. Like, all these expectations are set where, you know, you claiming so much power, you claiming all this performance out of the bike, but you, when something happens, you have to test these tests that go against the issues that come out of riding the bike to test those limits. And, you know, you guys can comment below, let me know if I'm just, you know, rambling on for nothing. I mean, I don't mind being wrong, but it just doesn't seem right. You know, to make a sport bike, you design a sport bike, you set all these expectations, and when your consumer or your purchaser try to meet those expectations for these bikes, and something goes wrong, now it's out of your hands. Like, you wash your hands with it. Like, I don't get that. I do not get it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it. I cannot explain it at all. Maybe I should design a system that shifts at a certain RPM for a lot of these customers. That way, you have less complaints and less issues with something catastrophic happening to the bike, and it shows that you care for your customers in a way. Like, you know, you want them to enjoy your product as long as they can. So if I know I'm getting to 13,000 RPM, the bike should shift automatically to the next gear. Instead of me having to use a quick shifter or whatever, let the bike shift automatically to the next gear. And dude, that'll resolve a lot of issues for people. But you guys, let me know what y'all think about this topic, man. I mean, it's just, it goes so many different ways with these issues with these bikes. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If, I mean, is BMW right to not to honor some of these catastrophic issues with these bikes and these tests that they have? You know, are they right for doing that, or should they be a little bit more realistic in the bikes that they release to the public and how they're going to be treated and ridden? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Just wanted to touch base on that real quick. So drop a comment below. I'll respond to it. If you disagree with everything I said, that's cool too. Go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.